Welcome to Shaw TV's coverage of the 37th Annual Duncan Cowichan Summer Festival Grand Parade. I'm Daphne Good. I'm here with Bob Isbister. And Bob, as chair of the parade committee, I know you and your committee have been working really hard for months.
We have been, but it's a labor of love. We have an amazing number of volunteers helping us out. Adam Klutzley is our parade coordinator this year. We've got the Rotary Club of Daybreak Duncan helping. We've got the Duncan Community Association helping out. Just a pile of volunteers. It just couldn't happen without them.
And lots of people really interested in seeing the parade. Kids are littered all over the street. I saw one little child with a small kid's seat about 7:30 this morning. He was so excited. Mom and Dad were trying to catch up from behind. So parades are just great for families and everybody.
The one thing I love about parades is you watch the participants and the spectators alike. They start grinning before the parade starts and they don't stop till the parade is over. They love it.
Well, a perfect start for a parade on a day like this. There are so many volunteers, and right now you're looking at a number of them from the Cowichan Pipes and Drums, formed in the year 2000, and they are led by Pipe Major Dr. Gordon Pollock. He is a piper of world-class ability.
The youngest member of this team, Daphne, is a teenager, and the oldest one is over 80 years old. We love the color, we love the coordination and their commitment. Look at this.
Let's listen to this wonderful music from the Cowichan Pipes and Drums. Over the past few years, they performed in lots of places, including Shanghai on the Great Wall of China. We get surprised sometimes with this great music, and look at that. Nice waves from this group.
Duncan Volunteer Fire Department.
And they have a 114-year history under the command of Fire Chief McKinley.
They have 25 firefighters, 8 officers, and 3 command officers. And the important thing for us to remember is these are all volunteers. These folks all have families and day jobs. They drop everything and put their life in the line to keep our community safe.
There's one of them with a nice big smile for us. Working in fire prevention, of course, but also in emergency rescue and disaster preparedness. They actually are involved in a lot of emergency and non-emergency incidents. Lots of happy faces here, isn't that great? And families. And there's a star of the show, Longevity John Faulkner. He'll be joining us a little later on.
Yeah, the golden voice of the Duncan showroom is showing up right now. He's going to help us out with some color commentating. Longevity John is the brains behind the 39 Days of July. He organizes everything. He operates his business downtown and is a wonderful community man.
He's a pretty good guy on a scooter, too.
Not bad.
Well, the 39 Days of July, we should say, for those who are watching, they might even be new to the area. That's one of the biggest festivals that happens in the Cowichan Valley, right, Bob?
We think it's the longest running festival in Canada, if not the whole world. Amazing talent. Last year we had 350 different acts with 750 different people put on. Longevity John organized the whole thing. It's quite incredible. Honorable mention to Ted Cadillac, who provides the sound, and Adrian, who sets all the tables up and takes care of the stage, our stage manager.
That's fantastic. Thanks for joining us, Long John. Okay. Look at those happy faces.
Oh my, they're having fun. That's what I like to see. That's what makes a parade.
And there's another fire engine. I can hear it coming down the street. There you get a pretty good view of the number of people gathered here on the sidewalks and on the street. More of Duncan Fire Department's fine, shiny vehicles. And the mayor of Duncan, Phil Kent, taking a ride.
I say again, these are all volunteers, so when you see them on the corner or in front of stores raising funds for their various charities, dig deep.
Exactly.
I was just talking to Phil, as a matter of fact, just before the parade started, and as the parade was going, I said, how did you get a ride like this? He says, of all the new cars he's been in all the time, for all the parades he's been involved in, he says, this is probably the best ride he's ever been in. He's loving it. He's just loving it.
And we should.
There he is, Phil Kent. How you doing, buddy?
We should give him credit. He's been leading Duncan Council, first elected in 1999, and has been the city's mayor since 2005.
He just recently had a stroke, too. You'll see him walking around town with a cane, and he's still back at work. We try to get him to slow down.
My goodness.
He's so in love with this city and making sure that it is what he wants it to be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Very much a...
And he's a real trooper. He showed up this morning and helped out with the judging, and we thank him for that.
That's
yes,
super.
I mean, considering, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, after my stroke, I was riding in the parade 16 days later, too.
I don't think much would keep you down, John.
No, well, no, I think the whole thing is that the parade is such an exciting part of the Cowichan Valley. It's been going on for, 37 years now?
Exactly.
An annual event? I think it started on July 1st was the very first one.
The fire department is led by Chief McKinley, 25 firefighters, all kinds of command officers dedicated to protecting this community. They do a lot of public education, the Duncan Fire Department.
Well, we try and mention it every time we hear the siren, because we get that when we're in the park with the 39 Days of July. When a siren goes off, we announce to everybody that it is a volunteer fire department, right?
Yes.
And that I've been involved in a fire where they showed up, and like they drop whatever they're doing, whatever time of day, and then come down and fight the fire until it's over. When they show up at a store, as what Bob said, you want to make sure that you're giving as much as you can, because they give so much to our community.
It's so true that they're the backbone of the community.
They are the backbone, and there's a collection of them all around the community. The Satlum, the Lake Cowichan.
They've got some pretty cool little units here.
Yeah, they've got history. There's lots of history.
Yeah.
And the Maple Bay Fire Department is also, and their antique vehicle.
And North Cowichan's fire department, that's a vintage automobile.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this is the before, and the after's coming up real soon here.
Now here comes one of those newfangled things, which I think they need the cross-country things because we're not, we're in an area which is still pretty well outdoorish, right? So
True.
sometimes at North Cowichan, I guess, need to have these quads to get in and out of where they have to go.
Gotta have a quad.
That's the whole idea. You see, is they really are safety conscious for our valley and for our community.
Well, and they're the first responders. They're every
Always.
emergency. They're on the job.
First responders, they've been handing out those ice things there to all the kids along the way. That's what's taken a little bit of time, because every kid wants one. And
Isn't that
they seem
great?
to have brought enough.
Yes. There's a bumper truck from North Cowichan. I recognize that fellow there.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's all part of our community. We're watching all the people we know go drive by our site here. Oh, look, he's playing a
That's
tune.
quite the tune he plays on that fire truck.
Creative horn
Could
blowing on the
Bring
fire.
him into your new
That's
establishment.
it. That's going to be a new category next year. Duncan has talent. Fire truck sell.
I love it.
And there's the Dalmatian
Every good fire department has a Dalmatian.
of some degree, right?
That's correct.
I suspect that one's very warm right now.
This is the Cowichan Bay Fire Department, also providing service to their community and area.
It makes you wonder how long that's been rolling.
It's an old vehicle. That
That's
looks
a
like
really
1940.
old
Well, the
vehicle.
nice one about those is that the fire departments keep those for the history. They do their restoration on them, and it's so nice to remember that it wasn't that long ago. That's what we had to depend upon.
Yes. And Alistair McGregor, the NDP Member of Parliament for Cowichan, Malahat, Langford. Alistair has quite a contingent of NDP members with him today. And of course, he's the critic for seniors and the deputy critic for culture and heritage for the NDP.
He served as a long-time assistant to former elected member Gene Crowder.
Mm-hmm.
So he has lots of experience in Parliament.
Well, there is that point. If anyone needs to, his name's been heard before. So when he picks up the phone, it's not like he's a newcomer.
That's right.
He did get a lot of experience with Gene Crowder.
That's true.
How are you guys doing? There you are. The wave of
Hi.
orange coming through, ladies
Happy
and gentlemen.
Duncan Days. The Legion Branch 53 has really been struggling, I know, for a couple of years. We can't forget about them ever in November. Of course, they do such great work on their Poppy campaign around Remembrance Day and leading up to Remembrance Day.
And we remember that they've served our country in the most dedicated way. So the Cowichan Independent Living.
They promote a new perspective on disability, and they've been going since 1990, basically assisting anyone who self-discloses they have a disability, and they advocate on behalf of people living with disabilities and teach them skills.
Daphne, they specialize in medical equipment, loaning, repairing, available all by donation.
Great job.
Very strong group that's working in this valley.
Shriners, with their wonderful, colorful hats, and often clowns are a big part of most parades. I think their most important connection is all the work they do with children. They founded the Shriners Hospital for Children in 1922, long time ago. Many kids have been through those hospitals. They have a world-renowned healthcare system with 22 locations in 3 countries. Nearly 200 chapters in several countries and thousands of clubs
Mr.
around
Wallace,
the world.
way to go. Our future, the big guy. 2018, he's taking over, and it'll be landing here in the Cowichan Valley. Big parade that year.
And following along the International Order of Job's Daughters in their purple. For decades and decades, I remember that purple and silver, the Job's Daughters.
And always the Daughters of the Nile that come on. The female version, or the female division, that works really actively and really makes sure a lot of the things get done. Look at that Thunderbird they were driving in. Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Just incredible.
Mint condition.
Oh, in mint.
And that's
the cars
Queen,
in this
Noreen
valley everywhere.
Cron.
It's just phenomenal. I guess it's, what is it, the most moderate climate in Canada? Therefore, we have all these great. Oh no!
Isn't that great? The elephant with squirting water out its trunk. What a riot. And their car reminding us that all Shriners are Freemasons. That's the Gulf Island Shrine Club.
Not now.
I love that float.
We got
And
the
the
Nanaimo.
In
little
all the
monkeys.
years of the Shriners being here, I've never, and that's from the Gulf Islands, I've not seen that float. That's
Isn't that
wonderful.
incredible?
It's just the novelty one of the day. I wonder if it won any awards, because it sure is cute.
That's the Nanaimo and District Shrine Club. The Shriners are alive and well on Vancouver Island, that's for
Hardly
sure.
ever.
This is the Morocco Band. It does sound like that area of the world for sure. I have never heard the Morocco Band. Have you, John?
No.
From Nanaimo. Almost expect to see
And
some
always the
snakes
Shriner
rising
clowns.
up.
Always the Shriner clowns.
Yeah.
It's not easy being a clown. Not all kids like clowns, so you got to make them somehow or other.
That's true.
Like
a lot of
you know,
kids
I
are
know they
totally afraid of clowns.
Quite a job they do, turning children around, making sure they laugh.
Now this is there's a comforting
Yeah.
hug for a
All
little
right.
child on the sideline. Isn't that
do.
adorable? And now we see the Lake Cowichan float with the Lady of the Lake. This is the 76th year for the Lady of the Lake. It's probably one of the oldest pageants on Vancouver Island.
They're always a welcome addition. This
They
year
keep
have
this whole
2 princesses are
concept
crowned.
still alive. Eh?
They'll be going to events, parades, and pageants throughout BC. Washington State and Lake Cowichan.
There they are, the 3 of them. Teresa
The
Malcure,
The
First
princesses
Princess
of the Lady of the Lake
Alexis
before we let them
Cage.
go. It's Teresa McClure, Alexis Cage, and Chanel Vessel.
Well done. Thank you for making sure we gave them the credit they deserve. Representing Lake Cowichan in many parts of Washington State and BC.
And there's our bicycle patrol, the RCMP, out. Seen them during the day through the festival. They drive around town, just make their presence available.
Yeah.
It's good to see them being active.
Now here is the Festival Society's President's Award Group and their visitors from Machosen, the Albert Head Air Cadet Training Center with a great band. Let's listen to the music and then we could talk a bit about them.
What's really nice is that the Duncan Cowichan Lodge, Community Lodge, is hosting a barbecue for these young bands as they're marching.
That's
The ones that are
fantastic.
they're taking them aside, making sure they get fed.
That's great. Well, that's the military band, the intermediate musician and advanced musician course members. And as we mentioned, they've won the big President's Award.
The Alberta Head Air Cadets just started 6 days ago. These boys just got on course 6 days ago, and I think they've done an impressive job. They attend parades and concerts around the community. Gideon's International are just passing us by right now.
Something tells me this car coming by goes fast. I bet you that goes fast.
Whoa, that's a
It's
Viper.
going slow now, but I got a feeling that thing knows how to move fast.
bet.
Wouldn't you believe it? Oh my goodness. I'd love to know the specs on that.
That's a Viper. I've heard of them.
I've heard of
Have
them.
never ridden in a Viper. It's anxious to get going.
And that's our parade marshal, Patty, from the Rotary Club of Duncan Daybreak.
Primetime Excavating, one of the fine commercial entries in this year's parade. This fellow's working hard up there.
Look at
And the gorilla. I've seen so long since I've seen a gorilla in a parade. I love that. I got to find out where that costume goes after today. I want that.
Primetime did a job for a friend of ours recently, did a perfect job.
It's good to see the local businesses participating and making sure their floats are fun.
There's a little music with this New Life contingent.
This is a prize winner, it looks like. Cowichan Community Intercultural Center. Now they're doing their big days tomorrow
They
in the
are the
park.
mayor's
It's part of the
choice.
39 days of July.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, they're
John.
taking over that from 3 till 11 till 3.
Mayor's Choice
Far out.
is the Intercultural Society.
What a wonderful way to present themselves this year.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh yes, I love the whole.
And
wow.
so many ethnic groups
Yes.
represented here.
The
We've
society,
really opened our arms in the Cowichan Valley.
the society provides such a valuable service, welcoming newcomers to our community and making the transition into Canadian life so much easier.
Is that a starfish? What is that?
What is that?
Who blew all those
Or
balloons
a
up?
sea anemone?
How
I'm
you doing,
not
guys?
Sure what that is. They are having a good time. Oh, a bubble machine. Every
Yeah.
parade needs a
Every
bubble
project
machine.
needs a bubble machine.
That's a manual bubble machine.
Well, look at this guy. He just got a huge one. He knows what he's doing.
So it's the New Life
Well,
Community
watch
Church.
this. He's going to do it again.
And these children here in the vehicle are representing Kids Zone, which is a day camp that lasts for a long time during the summertime.
That's
wonderful
the
event.
New Life Church. An opportunity to explore the meaning of life.
Into the Word of God and all its mysteries. It's like we're on a submarine.
Now, tomorrow, while the Intercultural Day is going on in this park, starting at 11, there's 9 churches are gathering together to have a multi-denominational service in the city square. And which we expect about 1,000 people for that, and hopefully they'll all filter over to the Intercultural. Oh, here they come again! Always a hit of this parade.
Wow.
They get recognition all over Canada from the pictures that get taken of them. They've been in the Victoria Parade.
Experience Cycling is the name.
Experience Cycling, 100 years in the Valley. They
That's
celebrated last year. They
amazing.
sponsored our parade last year, as a matter of fact.
They did indeed. They're always a welcome addition.
Those are hard to ride.
They're very
I
hard.
did it once myself, and they don't have brakes.
Oh, right.
And when you're that high up, it's scary if
You
there
want
aren't
to know
any
you can
brakes.
stop, right?
Yeah.
And they do have a lot of fun. As I said, they're in the Victoria Parade as well. And one of the pictures last year got national recognition.
Fabulous. And now we see the best decorated commercial float coming up, Adage Studio and Performing Arts. A true example, they say, that dreams really do come true. Cinderella is their latest. Cinderella in her pumpkin carriage.
Now, Adage on the 14th came down of July and did a 3 o'clock teacher showcase. Student Teacher Showcase. 32 kids, I think, came down, had one more opportunity to showcase what it is they do. Boy, they have so much fun.
Well,
And
what
such
they
young girls, too.
yes,
You know, and boys, too. Like, they had a hip-hop team that was there. It was just very, very... it's so much culture in this community.
Nice.
So much culture.
And you're right about that, John. Well, Adage offers not just dance, but music classes and fitness classes. So something for everyone. I
Is
can
it-
see why they won Best Decorated Commercial
Yes.
with Cinderella and her pumpkin. Isn't
Now,
that
two of the
adorable?
girls that are in there were in our dance competition this year
Aw.
and came in second. At the tied for second. And also Adage presents Zumba with I forget, her name escapes me right now. So every Saturday morning at 11 in the park, we do Zumba during the festival.
That'll get you going.
Oh, it does. It starts the day.
Dance studios are such an important thing for young girls and boys. They teach them teamwork, fitness, coordination.
Heavy on the teamwork, eh?
Yeah.
Heavy on the teamwork.
Yeah.
Adage wants to let everybody know that registration for the 2016-17 year is starting now.
And the teachers are so dedicated. All the studios in the community that are dance studios are so committed to their students, right?
Now here's another group that works so hard,
Oh, they
John, the
do.
Community
Hey.
Policing Group from North Cowichan and Duncan.
You become a hippie. I love it.
Well, they work hard as mostly volunteers, trying
It's
to make
all
our community
volunteer.
safer. They make
And the
our community
budgets
safer.
are always cut back, but they work their butts off. Be nice to see some younger people start getting involved in this.
And they've won the Judges Award this year.
Did they? Good.
I love it. Our volunteers are incredible. That's absolutely true. Award winners.
And here comes the Hulk. I don't want to meet him. Those hands are very convincing.
Festival president in a special motorcade there.
Yeah, not just any motor parade. This is the Batmobile. And John knows a lot about the Batmobile.
The
Festival-
Batmobile. I got to tell you, that Batmobile. This is the 30th one that this guy has made. The
Isn't it
30th Batmobile.
amazing?
It started off as one guy got a hold and said he was a body restorer, and so he did this Batmobile, and the guy liked it. And now he gets people from all over the world sending him cars that he will make a Batmobile. Not all two are the same. How you doing, Don?
So I have
Wonderful,
to say the
wonderful.
festival president is Rick Martinson. Lots of kudos
Oh, he's
to
robbing
him.
this year. All right. Look at that machine. Somewhere in Canada, somewhere in the world, someone's going to be driving that out of their garage whenever they choose to.
Rick has been associated with the parade and the festival for over 25 years. This past year, we elected him as president. He provides a steady hand on the tiller, and his goal is to establish long-term funding so that the 39 days of July can have a solid financial footing. So stay tuned.
Perfect. Perfect.
And for the parade as well,
Yeah.
being a Duncan Cowichan Festival Society presentation.
Miss Teenage Vancouver Island, there she is, Olivia Nelson for 2016. She's quite an incredible young woman. She said this title comes with a lot of responsibility. She's raising money for Fort Mac and a charity called Free the Children. And during her reign, she says she wants to raise awareness for alternative cancer treatments, raising $15,000. That's what she hopes to do.
Wow. Look at these cars. This is that car club I heard about. Part of it, I think, is involved with the fire department. One of the fire department guys got a hold and said, we want to bring our car club in.
Yeah,
And
that's the
look at the-
Cowichan Cruisers, and
Look at
they are
these.
fabulous.
These are all vehicles that they can drive any day of the week. They're all licensed, ready to go,
And
restored. Oh,
there's a little rev of the engine. They've got a
Sounds
big
like they
show and
can go
shine
too, eh?
coming up on August 21st if you'd like to see more of them. And that's at Beverly Corners, the show and shine, August 21st.
All the proceeds from these show and shines donated to worthy causes, the Cowichan Sportsplex, the Cowichan Food Bank, Cops for Cancer. They have a good website, beverlycornersshowshine.com.
just saw this Cutlass go by that looks like it's going to be restored.
Yeah.
But it's all part of it. I'm anxious to see it next year because I know the
That's a
dedication and commitment that
beauty.
these people put to these things. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's Am I allowed to drool on the microphone? This is ridiculous. Oh my goodness.
What I love is also how much they donate back to community. Like you say, there's such a breadth and depth of the people that give so much back, John.
Well, it's
And-
mostly the recreational part of the people who live in the valley, because it's not something you do, it's not your job. So these are things that they've taken the extra time to do, and then donating the time after that to all the functions that they do is amazing.
So there might be some people who want to join the club, and if you have a hot car or you'd like to build a hot car, you can go to their website, cowichancruisers.com.
Also, they have coffee meetings every Thursday night at Java World, and drop-ins and newcomers are welcome.
There's some beautiful Scottish outfits and little Highland dancing going on.
The Celtic Rhythm Dancers again.
This group was started over 40 years ago by Judy Hogg. Her and her daughter Miranda are the teachers for a very energetic group, and you can see them there. They teach beginners all the way up to championship level classes, and not just competitive, but also dance as a recreational choice. It's a great thing to do to keep your mind and spirit and body operating at top speed.
It's a family of dancers, and they share the passion for fitness and fun and performance. They pride themselves, this studio, on keeping their students grounded and advanced in the Scottish official board standards and instructions. New class starting in September for anybody who's interested. Like all these sports, it's just good training, good teamwork, good exposure.
I love those tartans, and look how
that is
proud
sweet.
those people are. They're so sweet. Girls and boys, mostly girls there, but look at the little fellow in the middle. He looks like the porter as well. Oh no, he's got the sound system. I see what it is.
We have a part of the 39 Days of July, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. called the Teacher Student Showcase, where a lot of the various dance studios in the community come down. So, they're 12 and under, and they get out there and they just, the Highland dancing is so big in this community.
Yeah.
There's so many, matter of fact, today after this parade, the Cowichan Pipes and Drums are going over as part of the 39 Days of July at 2 o'clock and bringing the dancers with them. So it'll be a full-on regalia. So much Celtic going on. You would never expect that in this valley. would you?
Yeah, all over Vancouver Island,
Yeah.
John. I remember taking sword dancing and Highland dancing when I was a kid. It's popular all over Vancouver Island, and you really need discipline. Is that ever a great exercise?
Oh, I'll tell you. Well, Alyssa White from the dancers, Kathy White dancers, when you see the height that she gets in her jumps, you just go, how can you do that consistently? Well, here it is, Belton Brothers, Duncan Eagles, yes.
Duncan Eagles. Been serving this community since 1946. And
Now
there are
they
the
host a
Lady
musical
Smith
jam.
ambassadors.
Yes. Just to let you know, the Eagles actually holds a jam every Saturday. Musically, they're great for the community. They're always be sure that bands have a place to play.
Fabulous. The Lady Smith Ambassador Program is open to youth in grades 11 and 12 who want to improve their public speaking skills and confidence, with Toastmasters classes, and they volunteer in the community as well.
This year's ambassador is Brittany Weber. The vice president is Morgan McKenzie. Along is the third member of Miss Congeniality, Chantel Lofstron. Good to see the girls here. They travel throughout BC and represent the town of Ladysmith and do a great job at it.
They're singing and dancing.
Ladysmith, the home of that light up, with a huge light up
At
they have.
Christmas.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yes.
just humongous. You can't even do unless you're there early. Don't try and drive through to Nanaimo.
Okay, they're getting lots of attention. The A&W Bear is watching this display by Reba, Detailing Perfection. They're very proud. It's a luxury car detailing business that's going to be coming soon to the Cowichan Valley. Followed up by A&W Bear. A&W has been going a long time too. That bear's hardworking.
Yes.
There's some more wonderful Irish dance from the O'Brien School of Irish Dance, offering classes in Duncan and Victoria for ages 4 and up.
They offer recreational, competitive, and performance styles of Irish dance. And who doesn't like Irish dancers?
Exactly.
Hey, I got my free sucker from
We
A&W.
can all be proud of these O'Brien dancers. They've competed and placed not only at local competitions, but throughout North America and internationally.
That's so impressive. Good for them.
I love Irish dance.
Now, these two sisters that are dancing won the contest last year for dance, came in second. They're amazing sisters. Take a look at world class, world class.
Incredible.
They're playing all over.
Do you remember Michael Flatley? The
Yes.
whole
I
world
know.
was turned on to Irish dance after Michael Flatley. It's so beautiful to watch. Great job, girls. That's an interesting combination, John. A little Irish, a little kind of almost rap. It's a really unusual blend. And we have another award winner coming up, a special category created this year by the festival committee. They don't normally give a children's award, but they've chosen to do it this year because they said these kids were so outstanding. The Bike Works group. They build, fix, and create bikes in the community, and the ones that they're riding, they made themselves.
I
There's
remember
one-
as a young child, I didn't have a bike, and I know how important it is when somebody finally gets a bike to you. And many of these children could not afford a bike on their own. A lot of kind volunteers come in to donate bikes and bits and pieces, and they put them together and make their own bike.
There's one kid coming from Washington getting ready for the parade. Look at his front tire. He's got it off-centered, so when he rides it, it goes up and down. Like they create these things, and you know they say they've got a good staff there that take care that everything is done properly. But they're given full reign to try and create whatever they want, and boy, they have some fun. The creations that come out of there. We all wish we could have that access to welding and playing with that stuff when we were younger.
Isn't that terrific?
Brought to you by Mental Health. I think Mental Health is the division of them.
That's quite a wide variety of various bike models there, too.
See the double one? That one's done so they can have an assisted person riding.
And the other one just right in front is Henry Swinton Mackenzie Insurance and a laser therapy group blended together. You know, it's really interesting
They all come
the
together.
combinations that you see in a parade sometimes.
I still can't get over that tire. Look at that. My goodness. And there's one of the teachers right there, one of the main guys that works.
Wow.
How did he get on that bike?
I think
So
he needed
tall,
a
eh?
ladder.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, look, here comes a bunch of green. What's this all about?
Ah, what a great contributor to the community Thrifty Foods have
Of
been.
course they are.
All over Vancouver Island. They support so many wonderful events and charitable organizations providing fresh food, funds, and people. That's no small task.
No.
Providing the people to help out at a lot of these events as well.
Now that's a shopping cart.
That's Thrifties is just a good corporate citizen. They give back to the
Exactly.
community.
And there's a dog wearing one of their shirts. I love that. I guess he's in the parade.
Yeah. The smiles in the bag.
This
That's
parade just
definitely
seems to
a
be keep on-
slogan that's lasted well.
Look what's coming up. Oh no.
It's
Get your knee pads on. They look like they're going for a scrum.
It's our favorite, the Brass Knuckle Derby Dames.
When they called last year and said they wanted to be in the parade, I said, I don't know, that's a very ominous sounding name, Brass Knuckle Derby Dames.
Well, they get together up at the agricultural center there, and they take over the cement floor there, and they have regular bouts about it. There's quite a lot of people getting involved in that these days.
It's a fast-paced game on roller skates, and they don't call them games, they call them bouts.
I
Yeah,
love that.
exactly.
Duncan Dynamics Gymnastics is coming up. They're celebrating their 20th anniversary this coming February. Located in the Island Savings Rec Center. And you know what's really neat? They offer all kinds of classes for parents as well as tots, competitive classes, camps, drop-in school groups, and birthday parties.
Gymnastics is fantastic. Our daughter was in gym when she was young. She spent many years into it. It got her in shape. It taught her discipline. And as we used to call her in later years, Sarge. She now coaches gymnastics in Calgary.
That's great.
Here comes the Carlson School of Dance. Now, one of their dancers won the Duncan Has Talent this year dance division, young Carlo. And last year, for 3 years, Vance Driver won it, but they had to let him step aside.
Congratulations. They
They do
are the
so
winners
well.
this year, too, of the best musical entry.
All right.
That's
Award-winning. Way to go,
fabulous.
guys. Yay.
Well done.
They're on every Friday at 3 o'clock at the 39 Days of July, showcasing their students.
Great. That's
Right through
great
the
to
summer.
know. You know, they've been going a long time, founded over 60 years ago in Duncan. It's the largest dance school in the Cowichan Valley. They have 400 students in 4 different studios.
And they
And
offer
there's
different
like
dance styles.
5- and 6-year-olds in there, 4-year-olds almost, all the way up to 17, 18.
I love their mission statement, live, love, dance. That's
Yeah.
what you've been doing for
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
John.
Oh, I don't dance in public much. It's one of those shower things, like the singing.
Nissan of Duncan.
Didn't they just open up? They just had a big regalia opening up.
Free
I'm in.
barbecue
All
every
right.
Friday at noon. Thank you. I like it when we get our cheat sheets from the participants.
Nissan are one of the Japanese automakers that set the standard for quality way back in the 1980s, and we followed suit. So they're welcome addition to the valley.
Super.
How you doing, guys?
And there's the municipality of North Cowichan.
What's great?
Mind, exercise, nutrition, do it. That's called MEND.
The
Right,
Cowichan Aquatic Center.
This is really great. Just saw some people going by and one of the part of the contestants or the people participants, and there's a guy I know of being a rocker, a heavy rocker in a band, local band, right? And there he is with his kid on his shoulders, and just how life goes. And here he is out in the parade. But he's like one of those. When he was younger, he was just one of those heavy metal death guys,
Oh,
rock guy. It was
wow.
so cool to see
No
the
kidding.
community still living here, still choosing here to live, right?
Now the SAR Command Center is going right past us, and we really want to say a huge congratulations and appreciation to Cowichan SAR because they do so much in the area of search and rescue. They've got so many volunteers involved in 365-day coverage.
They are amazing.
And when you
They-
see
they
vehicles like we just saw in front of us, that vehicle, that doesn't come cheap. Someone has to pay for that. So they're out there fundraising as much as they can, I think.
Indeed,
Anytime you
John.
can help them out, you want to do that.
They put on a lot of things besides being the first responders and putting their life in the line. Often, they present Adventure Smart, national program encouraged to encourage Canadians to get informed, get outside, hug a tree, and survive. A similar program aimed at helping lost children in the woods.
They have put forward 5,000 volunteer hours. That's amazing. Since 2013, that's a lot of time. And out in the wilderness and conducting camps and training of all kinds and even just maintaining the gear and the supplies in the vehicles. You know, that's a huge piece of work. They do a great job.
So it's a big commitment. They meet and train twice a month, weekday evenings.
Well,
it's
we
not-
can sure tell what's coming up here.
I think it's the pool hall. No, it's the bowling. Duncan Lanes, yes.
Duncan Lanes, a great place for family and kids, bowl free all summer. And you can sign up for that at kidsbowlfree.com.
They
Do
got
they
the
still
best
have their
baskets.
black light bowling?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it's so
so
a
much
great
fun.
family way to, and birthday parties. They host both birthday parties and all sorts of things like that.
And I love the name of their 2 mascots. Their 5-pin mascot is Peter Pin, and the 10-pin is called Kingpin. Duncan Cowichan there with us again this year. I drove a Hyundai Sonata for 5 years up till a couple of years ago. It was a very good car, very reliable, good gas mileage.
What time is it there, sir?
There's a few Highland dancers there.
after
Oh, is that Peter Pin? I can't
That's
tell. Or is
Peter
that
Pan.
Kingpin?
Oh, that's got to be Kingpin. Look at
That's
the size of
Kingpin.
That would be Kingpin.
Yeah.
Although he's got that stripe
That's
around, that's usually a
adorable.
duck pin. And when I grew up in Montreal, we used to have duck pin. But there's so many different ways of playing.
That's adorable.
I had a grandfather who bowled one perfect game.
Say Kingpin, is that you?
Yeah, give us a wave.
Oh, it's Peter
Oh, that's
Pin.
Peter Pin. Well,
That's
we haven't
Peter
even seen Kingpin. He's got to be around here somewhere. I hope he's
Kingpin
not
didn't
rolling
have to
down
show
the
up.
street somewhere.
Kingpin decided he could do what he wanted. I'm gonna have to run soon, guys. We got our stage starting at noon hour.
Oh,
And I got
you're
an act out.
everywhere.
It's 5 after now.
Oh, I know it's 5 hours, but we can hesitate just a little bit. we tell everyone our schedule of the 39 days of July is like an airline schedule. It's subject to change, right? We do the
Kathy
best we
White
can.
School of Dance coming up here.
Kathy is a
Now-
qualified life member of Scott Dance Canada. She's been teaching in the Cowichan Valley since 1978.
Wow.
Now, this is a smaller contingent than they normally have. Do you know why?
They're in Scotland.
They're over in Scotland. They left just last Friday. Big contingent. This is their second trip over there.
You really know how to organize things, though, John, because I know you're bringing them back from Scotland, especially so they can perform at 39
Exactly.
days
Well,
of
we're
July.
not paying their airfare, but we're making sure when they do arrive, the night before, that they'll have a place to dance before the
Isn't
festival's
that
over.
great? What a wonderful welcome home. So August 1st at 1:30, they'll be performing at 39 days in July.
Day 39, we're calling that. Youth get it.
Students in
These-
this school participate in competitions throughout Canada, the U.S., and Scotland. They participate in the Cowichan Musical Festival, the Duncan Summer Festival, 39 Days of July, Robbie Byrne Celebration, just to name a few.
And Kathy White dancers perform both in Victoria and Duncan. And the classes are available in both places as well. Nice to know. There's gyms, pools, and spas. Anybody going up and down the Trans-Canada Highway sees gyms, pools, and spas. Those kids are having fun. I love the flamingo.
I do.
Thank you,
Having a
John.
blast.
I know we're leaving you. You're leaving us for the time being, but thank you for participating.
No problem. It's been a great time. What a great parade. Thanks for Shaw coming out and doing this for us.
You're welcome.
Because things like this need to be shown to the public. This is a huge, there aren't many parades left, in Canada. And we're one of the ones that, 37 years we've been doing it, keeping it together. Duncan Cowichan Festival Society. What a great group of people, boy.
Well, you've been doing a wonderful job. Thank you for everything you do for in the valley with music and fun. Long John.
The one-of-a-kind Long John. He's a hard-work community man.
Wow. It is. Those are the Cowichan Valley Bulldogs, founded in 1965.
Last year,
There's a lot of testosterone there.
last year they celebrated 50 years in this community, and they've had some luminary alumni like Al Wilson, who's played with the BC Lions, CFL Hall of Famer. Over the years, many of their players and graduates have gone on to careers in the CFL, gotten university scholarships, and played with Canadian junior football teams across Canada. This past spring, their Pee Wee team won the Founders Cup in the Greater Vancouver Minor Football Association game. Of course, these teams all rely on a lot of volunteer coaches and managers and assistants.
We want to say a big, huge hello to the Duncan Free Press, and we're so glad they're here. The new kid on the block, the newsboys and girls have lots of experience between them. Kelly Gagne, Peter Rusland, and Don Bozier, 3 of the staff members. And they also work for Arbutus Magazine and the South Cowichan Echo and the Chemainus Valley Courier. Great professionals in media.
I was so happy to see this paper get off the ground, and especially to see Peter Rustin out there again. It seems that for years, every time I go to an art event or any performance, Peter's always there. He's omnipresent, covering the arts. His commitment to the community is amazing. And speaking of
Yay,
Peter,
thank
there he is
you.
right now.
There's Peter delivering the paper. I love it. The Duncan Free Press.
Well,
Here's the Clements Center and the Rotary Club of Duncan Daybreak just passed us by. Just really want to quickly mention that they meet for breakfast 7 o'clock Fridays at the CBI Best Western Duncan.
And they're
Actually
out-
now called the Ramada, I think.
no.
No, a different one.
Yeah.
The Clements Center provides a broad range of services to persons with developmental disabilities, children with developmental needs, and their families.
They have a team of 100 employees, including community and residential support. They
They
currently
do an
serve.
amazing job, just amazing.
They currently serve more than 600 children and adults in the Cowichan Valley. That's absolutely incredible.
The Purika Foundation. here's the banner, doing a lot of good work in the Valley. Marnie and Chantal, two very busy people in this community, and the Watkin family, Jason, Trevor, and Anna.
And Perique is another company that's walking the talk when it comes to corporate social responsibility, putting some of their profits back into the community through the Perique Foundation. They also do fundraising, and they provide funding to various organizations.
And here comes the run for the claws. It's Christmas come early, Bob.
Indeed it has. Look at this.
They've got a tiki bar. I love it.
That's a great float.
That is a fabulous float. Look at the costumes and the decorations there. You know what I love? That's all ages. And just in case you didn't know, look at the finish line sign.
A lot of work has gone into that float. That is beautiful.
Really, really lovely. There are bubbles floating through the air, and the crowd is just starting to disperse to take in more of the wonderful summer festival. I really want to thank you, Bob Isbister, and also Adam Clutchley. Everybody involved with your committee. Has just been fabulous to work with you all, and we've seen how hard you work. You've still got so much of summer festival to go.
Indeed we do. We have still about 17 days left, but we want to thank Shaw Cable also on behalf of the Duncan Cowichan Festival Society. This means a lot to us. It means a lot to the community because, as John said, the parades are becoming farther and few between. This is a terrific Cowichan Valley community event, and we again thank you very much for coming and broadcasting it.
Well, it's been super working with you, Bob, and we really encourage everyone in Cowichan Valley to attend the 39 days in July. There's so many things going on, music in the square, there's music all through the valley, lots of things to participate in and have fun, and good food too.
Amazing food and amazing entertainers. The other night I was going to go down, I read the name and it said Downtown Mischief. And it was hip-hop, alt, something. I thought, that's not my kind of music. I went down. They were the best. They were absolutely the best. They sang some rap. There were 6 of them. They're all talented musicians and singers. They're going to be back at 6 o'clock this Friday, downtown.
Great. Well, you've given us something to think about and something to look forward to. Thanks again, Bob. To everybody who's been watching, we appreciate you joining us. And thanks so much to the collaborative team of Shaw volunteers and staff. Have a great time this summer. Bye-bye for now.